You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, I'm perusing the internet looking for something to talk about for you guys, and I came across an article that made me do a double take and made me go over and pull up some statistics, and I was like, holy moly. Does anybody say holy moly anymore? I did. F it. I did. I'm bringing it back, as they would say on Clerks. I'm bringing that back. I won't say everything else they talked about bringing back on Clerks. Was that Clerks or Clerks 2? Might have been Clerks 2, actually. In fact, I'm pretty sure it was Clerks 2. Have I not seen Clerks 3? I don't think I've seen Clerks 3. Anyway, that's neither here nor there, right? Shout out Kevin Smith. Anyway, so I got to looking and pulled up Lamar Jackson's stats and was like, whoa, he's terrible. He's been absolutely horrific. And it's gone on so long now that if you're a Ravens fan, it's time to get legit concerned. And you may be like, well, why would you get legit concerned? Because the contract implications are ugly, real ugly. And there's talk floating around out there that he's already coming up on being ready to talk yet another extension. And if I'm the Ravens, I'm like, oh, whoa, wait a minute. What? So this is the article that raised my eyebrows right here. Lamar Jackson has gone 5 straight games without a multiple touchdown pass. Without multiple touchdown passes, I was like, wait, what? Yikes. What's going on here? I knew he had not been great. All right, I knew he had not been real good. I know he's had some injuries. He threw 4 touchdowns in a 28-6 win over the Dolphins. In the 5 games since, he has thrown, let's go look. It is ugly. It is ugly, folks. 1, 0, 0, 0. He threw no touchdowns for 3 games in a row. And then last week, he threw another one. You could argue he could have had 2, but it didn't work out that way. And the most shocking / scariest thing that would concern me, look at these completion percentages. They all look pretty solid. And then it's like, what happens here? That is dog shit. That's the kind of completion percentages you see of rookies. All right? With rookies. 58.6, 56, 56.5, 53.4, 53.1, 54.3. Wow. Something is amiss. Something is seriously wrong. I don't know if he's still injured. I don't know if he's still hurt. So I said, well, let me bring up PFF. Let me look at the grades for so far in 2025. He's ranked behind Justin Fields. What? I mean, what? That's not good. I mean, what is going on? And if you're a Ravens fan, you're like, we're out of the playoffs right now. On that contract that Lamar's got, which is an insane amount of money. And I said that was something we covered and talked about a lot on Black and White Sports 2 when I was still doing the NFL on that channel before we created this dedicated football channel. I made a ton of videos when he was trying to get the Deshaun Watson contract, and the Ravens were like, nah. And the NFL owners were like, nah, you're not getting that guaranteed contract no matter what you do. And there was all that controversy about whether or not he set out a playoff game. Was he injured? Was he not? Did he do that because of a contract? Anybody remember that? So I was like, well, what's the status of the contract? I was like, I know I saw something about the contract. Well, sure enough, back on October 22nd, this article came out. The Ravens must figure out how to navigate Jackson's current contract situation. ESPN reporters Dan Graziano and Jeremy Fowler shared their Week 8 latest buzz that they are hearing around the NFL. When the question came up as to the most interesting quarterback contracts to monitor, Graziano pointed towards Jackson's contract with the Ravens. Quote, because of the bonus structure in the extension he signed 2 years ago, Jackson's cap number balloons to $74.5 million in 2026. Got to be more careful. Wow. Sure, the Ravens could do a restructure and knock that number down into the mid-30s, but restructures just push a cap issue in the future years. You wonder if the better route is a new deal, especially if Jackson is uncomfortable making less per year than guys like Trevor Lawrence and Tua Tagovailoa. By the way, should be pointed out, Tagovailoa has outplayed Jackson the last 5 weeks. Who could have fathomed that? Who could have fathomed? I mean, my God, the Dolphins now have the same record as the Ravens. They're 6-7. Boy, firing Chris Greer worked out there, didn't it? What kind of poisonous snake was Chris Greer that the Dolphins have turned into a bunch of juggernauts down there? They haven't lost a game since, folks. Not one game. They may lose this weekend. I can't remember who they draw. Oh, they draw the Steelers on Monday Night Football, but TJ Watt's out. Yikes. So we're sitting here after Lamar Jackson got paid all this money. The Ravens may not even make the playoffs. And my concern would be, what's going on with our quarterback? Because he is terrible. He's awful. You want to know what's crazy? Let me point something out. 2 running quarterbacks. Now, look, I like Jalen Hurts. In fact, I like Jalen Hurts more than I like Lamar Jackson. You want to know why? Because Jalen Hurts he's been to 2 Super Bowls. He's won 1. And he played like a mother effer in both of them. He was a son of a bee in both of those Super Bowls. But has anybody noticed that both of these running quarterbacks have been terrible as of late? And I know Eagles fans don't like to hear that. And for the longest time, I was a Jalen Hurts defender till about 3 weeks ago when I finally tapped out. And I said, I can't do it. He looks terrible. He looks horrible. Yikes. I don't know what to tell Ravens fans. I said the moment he inked that contract, I said the Ravens will never win a Super Bowl with Lamar Jackson. I was like, that is too much money tied up for a dual threat quarterback. You know? Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.